Would you guys consider yourselves to be generous?
Nope.
Yes.
Oh, generous?
Nope. How much did I drink?
I hope so.
What do you mean by generous, though? Or do we just consider ourselves to be generous?
People call me generous, but I'm like, I'm not.
What?
Because I feel like I could be even more generous, but I'm not. So it's like, maybe
agree with that.
to their standards I'm generous
I agree with that.
because they're greedy bastards.
Oh.
But then for me, I'm like, I could be even more generous, but I'm holding back.
And generous with what?
Money.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
Your time, you.
My time, I would say for sure.
Yes,
with time, I'm stingy as fuck.
He
With
is.
money, I'm very generous.
True.
No, time is part of it. Yes.
Very stingy with time.
Oh yeah.
Very
Just
generous
with our
money.
love languages and the way we communicate.
No, more like
Okay.
time and money.
I'm pretty generous with dick pics. I don't charge.
That's cool.
I just sometimes send it.
You could be making so much money.
I know, but I feel like I can't. Yeah, it's because it's like art. You know, like you can't taint your art by making it a business.
Sure.
You know,
Except artists.
I'm passionate.
So how do you explain JK?
This is different.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you. Okay. All right. Anyway.
I'm not that passionate about it.
Oh, okay.
It's not like sacred like my dick pics. That's a talent that I'm never gonna just sell.
Good for you, Joe. But yeah, so there's this study here that this new research paper has found that there is a linear relationship between the amount and frequency of wealth transfers and a person's life expectancy. So they're saying that generous people tend to live longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
That makes sense.
With time or money?
Both.
Then it just cancels out.
But you know what? It seems to be that they're actually looking more of wealth transfers is how they're putting it, like the wording that they're
I'm
using.
generous with food.
Yeah, Joe just bought me a spicy tuna roll, so.
Did he buy it
You're
for
gonna
you,
live
or is it
longer.
one of those where he didn't want it?
No, I requested.
Ordered it.
I ordered it, but he paid.
I usually get his leftovers. He'd be like, hey, does anyone want this? I don't want it anymore.
That's still generosity to me.
It could go in the trash easily.
I could save it for later because I eat leftovers.
Or that. He could save it for himself.
I'll give it to you.
That's generous. But yes.
I brought donuts that I didn't finish yesterday,
The leftover
Anybody want some
conversation.
day-old donuts?
and it's still good.
So he offered it first, and then he took a bite and goes, oh, okay, I guess it's still good.
Why are half of them upside down? Did you like?
It fell that way.
Oh, you dropped it.
I'm down to take that coconut one. Save it.
Take it.
Save it for me.
It's the last right side up one.
You better eat it fast before it becomes 2-day-old donuts.
True.
3.
So wealth transfer, it's technically just money.
That's
right?
what it sounds like, yeah. But they did
So
it
the
a
more
long time.
money that you give over time, then your life becomes longer. That's what this research is.
Okay, so to break it down.
Correlation, I
They're
guess.
saying that individuals that reportedly shared between 68 to 69% of their lifetime income, while they were recording mortality rates about twice as low as those in China and Turkey, where citizens shared between 44 to 48% of their lifetime earnings.
Well, that's not fair. They didn't got no money to share.
Well, yeah, so then those in South American countries, they were also found to rank highly in terms of generosity, sharing more than 60% of an average person's lifetime income. But countries like Sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia, they were found to be at the lower end of the spectrum, with people experiencing shorter lifespans where they are being the least able to share portions of their earnings.
I wonder if sharing earnings has anything to do with your health.
I don't think so.
No, it does. So there, yes. So
I don't share over 60%. That's for sure.
What
of
is
your
the
lifetime.
What does the average person
Lifetime.
give? Because maybe we're just not aware of how much we give.
Because I feel like maybe in these countries the health standards are lower. That's why they die faster. Not because they don't share.
Well, it's the fact that they're saying is that there's a correlation with countries of like with the presence of financial transfers exhibiting greater social cohesion. So they feel more part of their community.
I see.
When they're more generous, and then that leads to healthier bodies, healthier
More social responsibility to each other.
Exactly. So yeah.
That's cool.
Where it's ingrained in the culture to be sharing.
Yeah. When I get a bunch of bananas, I go, you guys want a banana?
That's interesting that Asia's part of that, or like China specifically is part of that, because I thought it was more of a collectivist
China don't
Yeah,
share.
I mean, it seems like rather than just
kidding.
also
I don't
saying because the individual person's sharing that they're doing better in life, it also sounds like just because everybody's sharing, so maybe when you're down in the dumps, somebody else is picking you back up. That's what it kind of sounds like.
Yeah.
So it's not because it's not so much as an individual sharing more. So if we just did that, it wouldn't really make a difference. But if the entire community is doing that, then anytime they're feeling sick or whatever and they can't work, somebody else can take care of them while they're sick at home.
There's more of a social support in some cultures. So because it's like, for example, in America, I think America, the best example might be Hawaii, where they have that Ohana mindset where everything is like kind of family style. Like when you bring food, you bring it to your neighbors too. You just constantly share stuff.
Yeah, and you don't feel like they owe you for you even doing
No, you just everyone has surplus, they give, right? And then that's why during the pandemic, when a lot of the tourists were hoarding toilet paper, it was so against the culture there. They're like, the fuck, why? Yeah, it's hella selfish. But in mainland America, like, everyone's more selfish, especially in the big cities. Like, they're like, it's all about me, you know?
Yep, survival.
Yeah, it is survival. Even the driving
We
style.
have a surplus of things that we
have
could live
so
off
much.
of. Yeah.
Like the fuck? The first thing you think about survival is wiping your ass? You got your priorities all fucked up, man.
Yeah, so they were mentioning that those in Western Europe and Japan were found to rank the highest on data linking resource sharing and lower levels of mortality, and demonstrated the highest average individual wealth transfer. So they were more giving. So another part of this, it says...
It's in the culture too, Gib.
Yeah, where's the US?
they don't
Low on the
mention-
list.
Yeah, they didn't
Very
really
low on the
mention it.
list.
We don't
They're
exist on the
constantly
list, is what it
giving.
sounds like.
Yeah.
I know, not
Yeah.
even to mention us in the article.
So they're saying that resource sharing has always been a central component of human sociality. Children require heavy investments in human capital during working years. Help is needed due to illness, disability, or bad luck, while hunter-gatherer elders assisted their descendants. More recently, elderly withdrawn from work and require assistance as well. Willingness to share has been critically important for our past evolutionary success and our present daily lives. So the findings from 34 countries on 6 continents suggest that survival is higher in societies that provide more support and care for one another. So that's why they tend to live longer.
That's true.
It does feel good when everyone like cares about each other.
Yeah,
so
it
we
really
used
does.
And when we used to live in Monterey Park, like we really got to know our neighbors, and it was really cool. And we had like an extra mattress, and we gave it to one of the grandmas. And then like if they had extra fruits, they would just bring it over. So even when you're living inside your own house, it just felt good knowing that, oh cool, my neighbors care about me and I care about them.
Yeah.
That's true. This is the first home that I live in that I've ever felt that. Like I've never felt connected to my neighbors. Yeah, I've never felt a sense of community really with people that I live near. It's usually my family or my friends, whatever is when I feel that. But in this community, it does feel like that. It feels like we all got our backs. Like one of my neighbors was texting me a while back that my garage door was open. I was like, thanks. And then like we were texting the other neighbor that they had left something out, and then it's just like we all got our back, each other's backs, and it just feels really nice because I've never felt that before.
Yeah, I feel like that this study does make sense. I mean, it could be coincidence or not, you know. But like, I think you can really dance.
Dun, dun, dun.
I feel like that the happier you are as a person, and yeah, you sharing your wealth and stuff, you know, the less, I mean, in an ideal world, you know, you're not manifesting anything that will get you sick, you know, that will make you possibly depressed or anything like that if you're kind of living your best life and in giving, you know.
Giving what you can.
I try to share my dick, but some people would say that's offensive.
Have you seen your dick?
Yeah.
I have.
Were you offended?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, have you ever seen it erect?
No.
That's a good sign. That's real friendship.
That'd be
there.
weird.
I'm never in an environment where it is erect.
So I'd be like, Joe, why are you erect right now?
Well, there's a thing.
I like how calm he is.
Why are you erect right now?
That could happen. Because I just recently learned some scientific shit called arousal non-concordance.
No reason boners?
Fucking blew my mind that both women and men go through. So for men, it's about a 60% overlap where your brain is turned on and your body responds to that by, either getting wet or having a boner. 60% overlap for men.
What's overlap mean?
Meaning that if my brain is horny and
For
my
sure it will happen?
So 60% it's synced up. The other
Yes.
40% it's not synced up.
Yes, exactly.
It's just on
And for
different
women,
pages.
it's the opposite. It's 40% it is synced up, 60% it isn't. That's why when women are like, oh, I'm so turned on right now, and then they're not wet, arousal non-concordance.
So what's the
It's
non-synced up
science.
part? As in you're just like wet most of the time for non-horny reasons.
It's not about
She's just
most of the
horny.
time. It's just like okay, so there's this one.
It's wet when it's supposed to or not supposed to be.
So the reason why is because your body is reacting to something that is known to be erotic sometimes. So there's this one example because I'm reading this book and that's how I know this. So it's called Come As You Are. Super highly recommend it. Okay, so in this book she's talking about this one story how a friend of hers told her how her boyfriend, they were trying some kinky shit. He tied her up on, with her hands up, and then she was naked, and then he left a broomstick in between her legs for her to hold, and then he left.
Pretty hot.
And then she was just like, you know what? Not really about this. I'm kind of bored. Where is he?
Is that a sign to do the chores later?
You know what to do with this girl. She's like,
You saw how dusty the floor was?
But and then so when he came back, she told him I'm not really turned on. This is not doing it for me. And then he's like, well, then why are you so wet? And so that's her body was reacting to something.
Her body was horny, but her brain wasn't horny.
Exactly.
Her brain was thinking about, I want some dessert right now.
Yeah.
or she probably started thinking about how dirty the floors were, and she's like, "Fuck, he is right. Oh my god, look at all this."
So did she get her 2 toes like this and with the broomstick started fucking cleaning it up? While she's tied up like this? Yeah. She's all like
in Fantasia.
Oh god. Oh, the coffee cup.
Dancing broom.
ow! Oh! My thumb.
We gotta cut it. We gotta cut it.